Hi, welcome back to Pragmatic Agility. In this series, we're going to go over some beginner SQL questions. I used Google and I looked up the most common SQL questions. I came up with these 14 results. Now we're going to have some additional videos in this series, not related to these questions, but related to how you set up your environment. So the first couple of videos, we're going to actually set up a development environment in which we'll create a environment in which we can answer these questions. And I'm going to make sure to make that as easy as possible. With that said, let's go ahead and get started with our environment setup. So let me get into my virtual machine. The three main pieces of software we are going to use is Oracle VirtualBox, Dbeaver for our SQL IDE, and Vagrant. So the first thing we need to install is Oracle VirtualBox. So I'm just going to go to their website. And you cannot miss this button, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on that button. And depending on your environment, you will want to select the correct link for you. I'm on Windows, obviously, so I'm going to go ahead and select Windows. Save file. Now I'm on a virtual machine, installing a virtual machine. So I know that I can do that. I have it set up to do that, but we'll see how fast that goes for me. File. Looks like I already have Dbeaver on this template, but I'll go ahead and uninstall it and reinstall it. That looks fine. Defaults. Yes. Install. Yes. We wait for the installation process to finish. After Oracle VirtualBox, I'm going to go ahead and be sure to click install and yes to all the menu options you see. Most computers support it, but you need to, and you'll find out if it doesn't, but your computer needs to support virtualization. Most modern computers do. So I'm going to go ahead and start this. And there we go. I have VirtualBox Manager installed. That wasn't too hard. Let's do Vagrant next. Okay, Vagrant up. Download. Windows 64-bit. Save file. Watch my little arrow. Trying to keep this video short. So Vagrant executables make it. Yes. I mean, no viruses, but install, please. Okay. Next. I accept. Next. Of course, you can change the path if you want to, but in these examples, I'm just using the defaults whenever I can. I will fast forward this so we don't have to wait. Click yes. And that didn't take long at all. Now let's go and download and install Dbeaver. Universal Database Tool, Community Edition, Windows 64-bit installer and GRE. So Dbeaver uses the Java runtime environment, so you will install that along with Dbeaver, but Dbeaver handles that for you. English. Next. I agree. For anyone that uses this computer. Next. Yes. Okay. Next. I agree. I'll go ahead and associate SQL files. So that means when I come across a SQL file and I click on it, it'll automatically open in Dbeaver. Okay. Default. Install. So Dbeaver has a lot in common with Eclipse, so you can see some of those dependencies being installed. And just in case you're unaware why we're installing Dbeaver, it's an IDE for interacting with SQL database engines. It will make the interaction much easier on us. You could, of course, log in through the command terminal and interact with the database, but that would actually be very painful compared to using a standard IDE for interaction. I'm going to go ahead and create a desktop shortcut and finish. Okay, so that's all the software we need to get started. We've installed Dbeaver, we've installed Oracle VirtualBox, and we have installed. So in the next episode, we'll go ahead and set up Vagrant and get going. If you enjoyed this episode, found the content useful, be sure to subscribe and like. See you in the next episode.